Welcome all as we congregate to the greatest toy line in community, ever growing, ever changing. As we collect and adapt these figures to our own imaginations and embrace the fun, there's much to learn, especially if you're new to Mythics. Hello and welcome to another episode of New to Mythics. Tonight we are joined by Zack. Welcome, Paul. How are you tonight? Can you hear me?
I'm great, Greg. It's great to be here with you. Yeah.
Thank you. We got a slight delay. Say something again.
I said it's great to be here and to talk to you tonight.
That's weird. No, I can hear you fine, but there's like a delay, which is odd. So it's like your lips are moving. Is there a delay with me too, or no?
No, you're clear.
Huh. Okay. Well, let's get on with it. That's okay. We'll make it work. So I just started talking to you not too long ago, but we had met at ZoloCon. Was it ZoloCon or was it ToyCon?
Toy.
I think we're having connection issues. I'm not sure. We're having some technical issues. We've got some delays going on here, but we're gonna power through. We're gonna make it work. Where did we meet? Was it ToyCon or was it ZoloCon?
ToyCon in the spring.
Okay.
In Morristown.
I had a great time. I loved anytime I can go to ToyCon. It's a great show, and the horsemen are there, and it's just a blast to be there. You're from that area, Paul?
Yeah, I'm about 20 minutes from ZoloCon.
Nice.
Sorry.
ToyCon.
20 minutes from ToyCon, and I'm about 20 minutes from where Legion's Con happens. So I'm kind of close to everything. The studio's like maybe 20-25 minutes.
I can't imagine. Yeah. I would love to be that close. I was just talking to my friend Brett. He's retiring in January, and I'm like, are you going to be able to travel? And he's like, well, all the good cons are kind of in my area in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and all that stuff. So he won't have to go very far to go to some amazing cons. So are you like a frequent con goer?
Oh yeah, I go any of the local shows I try to get to.
And I see you're a Star Wars fan. I heard a Jawa and I saw your Star Wars hat.
Yes, my text messages.
I was thinking that went off the other day when I was talking to somebody else, and I'm like, I have got to get that. I've got to get that that alert, the Otani.
The Jawa Otani, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Anytime it goes off, people always go, "What the hell was that?"
Those in the know, the Star Wars fans know what that is. So I was kind of going through your Instagram earlier, and I saw like different toy lines and different things. What's some of the toy lines that you collect now?
Obviously, Legions, McFarlane stuff, Superpowers, and then the DC Universe, their multiverse stuff. Some of the Masters cartoon collection stuff, which I think they finally just wrapped up. It became 2000X.
Yeah, I believe so. That's about all you collect?
I do. I'll dabble in Marvel Legends, some of the stuff. You know, how many Spider-Man do you need? How many Iron Man do you need?
Right, that's true.
Something that comes out that's newer and a little bit better. Sometimes I'll pick that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get fatigued because it seems like the same Marvel Legends figures over and over again. At least with McFarlane, they're you got Kite Man, and you've got Sandman, and you've got, Dr. Midnight. You've got like a huge variety of different characters, and he's not afraid to venture out and to have some obscure characters, which is cool.
Oh, and Black Series too.
Black Series, right on, right on.
Star Wars Black, obviously, because I'm a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, of course, of course. Now, do you feel like you're collecting? Is it like nostalgia based? Is it for customizing? Is it just stuff that you think is cool?
All
Like,
the above.
right.
I think a lot of it's nostalgia based, especially like even the Masters Universe stuff. All of that stuff is nostalgia based. A lot of it that's out there right now is nostalgia.
Yeah, I think the companies kind of lean on the nostalgia, of us older collectors, and we still love Masters, and we still love Transformers and Thundercats and all that stuff. And so they'll keep, making Super 7 keeps doing like different variations of Lion-O, just to keep reeling me in, because they know that I still like Lion-O.
I have all those guys too. Super 7, Thundercats. I was collecting them too.
Yeah, it's a fun line for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So is your collecting habits, is it different from when you were a kid? Or were you always like a DC guy as opposed to Marvel, or was there?
I was more DC as a kid, but then like Marvel movies started, and then it kind of flip flopped.
Mm-hmm.
It became more Marvel than DC.
Now, when you're a DC kid, was it just like you liked the characters better, or?
We had Super Friends as a kid.
Yeah,
that was like the big cartoon when I was a kid. I remember Super Friends, or the old Batman and Robin TV series from '66, like the reruns we'd watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we must be similar in age, because the Super Friends was just like, I love that, and then we didn't really have, I mean, we had the Mego toys, but I didn't really have a lot of access to those. I think I had Superman and Batman, but I didn't really have anything until Superpowers.
That's where it started for me, was the Mego stuff.
Superpowers,
the little pocket ones, and then the clothed dolly ones, the ones that came with jumpsuits on, basically.
Right. Yeah, the Superpowers line was just like, man, that opened the door to me for like all the superhero, like then Secret Wars came, and then you had like the individual like Batman line and stuff. And it was just like, it opened the floodgates of like all the different, superhero. And it seemed like it was mostly DC, like I think the 80s like was really Superman and Batman, and maybe even before that, I think Marvel kind of came into it later, with the movies and stuff. They really, regained more popularity, I think, than DC did. But DC was huge when I was a kid. The Teen Titans and Crisis on Infinite Earth, and like there was all kinds of different superhero books, Superman books and stuff.
Now, did you collect comic books too?
Yeah, I was a huge.
Yeah, me too.
I couldn't really afford a lot of them, because at the time I think they were like 60 cents. So it was like I could buy lunch or buy a comic book.
Who can afford them now at like $4 a book?
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I would rather take, more pages of art than the deluxe, fancy paper, put it back on the old newspaper print. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I just remember as a kid, like getting a comic book and just reading it from cover to cover and just being like so fascinated. I would study the art. I would look at who the artist was. I would look at the cover, and I was like, man, the cover, nothing happens in the cover that happens in the book. It's like, what did they, I didn't realize that was, being manipulated.
Right. That was to get you to pick up the book to see what was going on. Mm-hmm.
In this issue, someone dies. Oh shit! I gotta pick that up.
If you notice back here, there's a Superman, there's a neon sign behind me here, and there's a Batman here.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I didn't notice that until just now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was such a great time for us as, you know, comic book and, you know, cartoons and toys and stuff in the 80s was just like, man, you had your pick.
Yep. I still have all my original stuff from
Do
when I was a
you?
kid. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you like display it, or is it in a box, or
No, most of it's in storage.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finding nowadays that I'm leaning more towards vintage. You know, like I love new stuff, and I'll pick up, like I've got this new in art Batman, which, whoops, there goes the stand, which is like
Mm-hmm.
state of the art. You know, it's by the guys that you know, in art they make like these deluxe figures and stuff. But and I'm like, this is so rad, but like I'll take a superpowers figure over this. You know,
Now,
like
how does he scale compared to other figures?
he's like 6.5, I think. Yeah, he's like
Okay,
a
so he's
regular.
a little odd scale.
Yeah, it's a little he's a little lankier, I think. He might be a little bit taller. But just as an example, I don't know, I like vintage stuff. It's almost like, you know, like I appreciate all the articulation and the fancy things that, you know, the new toys have, but there's just something that's just cool about like the basic, you know, like this figure was, I don't know where he was. He was in a baggie or somewhere in a box in my room, and like I just pulled him out and just started like looking at him. Just this old
Mm-hmm.
C3PO. And like it's
That
so
that
basic.
shiny Vac metal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so basic, but like there's just something about it that like makes me smile, you know?
So I can tell you're a big Batman fan with the Adam West stuff behind you. I noticed
Yeah.
that last night.
Yeah, Adam West was my first Batman. So it hurts me when people are like, "Dude, that show was a joke," and you know he was fat, he didn't have no muscle tone, and I'm like, "Easy, take it easy." Like that was my hero when I grew up. I mean, yes, '66 was before I was
Same.
born, but that was the only Batman that I
Mm-hmm.
knew at the time. You know what I mean? Like that was my
But
Batman.
they always played reruns.
Yeah, we had reruns. My dad got me the Viewmaster, where you like, you know, you look at it and you could watch the adventures of whatever, and so I would just watch it over and over again, and then we'd watch the reruns of Batman, and then Superman came out in like the movie with Christopher Reeve, and that just blew me away. I
Yeah,
was just
Christopher
like,
Reeve. Yep. Mm-hmm.
and I think at that time that's when
Adam
you
West thought
really,
he was Batman.
huh? What?
Adam West actually thought. I think he thought he was Batman because I met
I
Adam
think he
West a
did
couple of
too.
times.
He was like, "I'm Bruce Wayne. This is, you know, like he had that kind of Mac Daddy swagger from the '60s." But I think at that time that Batman and Superman was out, like I really wanted something to like, you know, like encapsulate and like something to give me something to play with. Because I remember like I would have adventure people and I'd like try to make a cape or something. Like I needed to like reenact adventures that, you know, like with these heroes. Like these heroes were like so cool to me. Or like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Like I would take a stick and start like, you know, that's my lightsaber. It's like us kids, we had that imagination that we needed, but we just needed something to help us. You know what I mean? Like, give me an action figure, and that's what it was. Like, my mom got me a Darth Vader, and I was just like, whoa, you know. And then I could like reenact. Like, I had a stormtrooper and a Darth Vader, and I'm like reenacting the movie and stuff. And I think that that's so important to kids is to have something that they can focus their imagination on.
That's the same thing too. I have all the old vintage, my original vintage Star Wars figures too from when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something. I love all that stuff. So how did you get into Mythics? Like, was that like a name? Was the Horseman a name that you knew about?
Yeah. Oh yeah, from Masters Classics. I was collecting them too.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew the name Four Horsemen.
Okay.
And then when the Kickstarter went up, I picked four figures, to use.
Which ones did you pick?
Who? Who's the red blood armor one that they did that was exclusive?
Vorgus?
Vorgus Vermilius was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The I'm terrible with the names of the figures.
That's okay. I can help a little bit.
The steer, he almost looks like a steer. Is it
The
Asterion?
Torian or Asterion? Yeah,
I think it was Asterion.
yeah, you're right.
And there are two other figures that I picked up in the beginning. And then from there, it was like, wasn't till Legion's Con, that was in the PAL in Wayne, 2021, right after the pandemic, because we still had masks on for that one.
Mm-hmm. What a difference, though, right?
From where they've come from, yeah.
So absolutely. That was it. Did they call it Legion's Con back then, or was it something else?
It was Legion's Con back then, but totally different. I call it the bingo hall because it's a bingo room that they use at the PAL.
Mm-hmm. I've seen some pictures, but kind of walk me through. So, I've got my ticket or whatever, and I'm walking into this. It was a hotel, or was it like a casino? What was it, like a hotel?
No, it's a police athletic league building.
Oh, the PAL.
That they use they use it for basketball. They use it for bingo because they really do play bingo in that room that they had it the first year.
And so what was there? Like was it the horseman table? Was it other people there? Like walk me through what was there.
I don't think that the horseman really had a table there. It was more like Jeremy in the corner to pick up your Legion's Con exclusive.
That was it.
That first year. Yeah. Well, you had vendor tables. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing Eric Miller's work.
There was other vendors there, other toy lines and stuff there, right?
Wolf King was there. Uh-huh. I met Pat Boyle for the first time there.
Pat Boyle.
Good Walter.
Dude. Yeah.
That's how I found out about the Cabal. Was through Walter was asking me if I've ever heard of the Cabal before.
You're like, what is that? I don't know what that is.
I thought it was some kind of a cult.
Yeah, right. The Cabal. What is that? I don't know if I want to know what that is.
And I think one of the first things I saw that blew me away was Eric Miller's work. Mm-hmm. His pumpkins and skeletons and his Hatbox Ghost with the black light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there wasn't much. I mean, you could walk around that room maybe in a half an hour if you wanted to. Mm-hmm. Because it was only one small room.
Did the Horsemen have like figures there to sell, or was it just the exclusive?
I don't think they did.
Really?
I don't think they did.
That's crazy. So you said that was what, 2020?
2021.
2021. So in 4 years, it's gone. So I think my first one was, 23.
At the La Quinta.
Okay.
That's where your first Legion's Con was La Quinta?
No, it was at the Marriott. So maybe was it 24?
No, you're right. 22 was the Marriott.
I'm old, man. I get confused easy.
2022 was La Quinta, and then they moved to the Marriott. 23, 24, and now we're into 25.
Yes, yeah. But I was amazed in 23, like it was just this huge party with so many people. Mm-hmm. And then 24 was even bigger, like even more people. I was like, oh my God, it's insane. But it's got to be surreal for people like you that have been around since the beginning to see like the size, like the growth of this community.
Well, they started out as part of ToyCon at the PAL. So it was one day was really just a toy show, and then they did their own thing with Legion's Con. Mm-hmm. That was 2019. I was there for ToyCon then too, but it was really almost nothing back then. Yeah. And then the pandemic happened, so they didn't have a convention for 2020.
I wish I would have known about the toy line, because I think 2019 is when I became a traveler, and I was in Boston, the Boston area at the time. And so I could have gone to shows. I could have been around that, the community, and I could have driven out to any of the shows. I had no idea, but I love the toy shows. I was looking for, different toy stores and stuff while I was in Mass, because I lived in South Dakota for a couple of years, and there was nothing there. Like, there's nothing there. There's like no toy.
Is that where you moved from 80 years ago? Since that came up? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm from California, and then I moved 8 years ago to South Dakota, and I lived there, and there was just nothing. I mean, I love South Dakota. It's great people, but there was like no toy presence there. I remember I found there's a little comic shop that I used to go to, and they had a Mezco figures, a Punisher figure.
Right.
And it had dust on it. Like, no one wanted it. I guess they had ordered it for somebody. And this, I mean, they didn't know how, like, this figure is like super, like, in demand at the time. This was like when Mezco was like really hot. And I saw it it was like $60. I was like, oh crap. So like I grabbed it, and I already had one that I had ordered or whatever. And I was just amazed. But like, that was just there's no toys. There was no like figure presence there. We had there was actually like it wasn't a toy show. It was just kind of like an antique collectible show. And I was the only one that had figures. Like, I brought all my figures and I put them out, and like, people were like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. And I sold stuff. I had like the old DC multiverse, like the older figures, and I had the Marvel, I forget what they were called, the shorter Marvel figures,
the Secret Wars,
the 3 3/4 ones from
Marvel. That was from Marvel Universe, I think.
Yeah. But those sold good. Anything that was like between $8 and $10 sold pretty good. But yeah, I'm like, I had to get out of there. Like, I'm a toy collector. I love to be around people that collect and toys and stuff. And
see, we have Joe's regular monthly show here at that PAL. They still have it where Legion's Con used to be. His show is this weekend, actually. It's usually the first weekend of the month. Most days it's either Saturday or Sunday, but he does a regular show there every month.
Now, that PAL, is that where the Toy Con used to be?
Yeah.
Okay, because I went to that one a few years ago, and I remember the horsemen were talking about it, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be a PAL. And I'm like, what is that? And somebody said it's like an athletics league. And I'm like, what is that? What? And it was raining. It was pouring outside, but it was a blast. I remember there was like basketball hoops that were like, they like brought them up. And I'm looking at it, I'm like on the basketball court, but it was a blast. And they had so much stuff tucked, like, so many tables. No, I'm talking about horsemen. I'm talking about like vendors and stuff, but like just a lot of cool stuff.
That's Joe's show that runs Legion's Con. He does a show. Yeah. Every month. That was a
blast.
And then next month he's got Toy Con coming up in Montclair here. So
he keeps moving them. What is the reason why he moves them is it to get different people, to stay fresh?
He was doing a PAL in Parsippany, New Jersey. And I know they were having problems with the roof leaking.
Okay.
So that's why he probably moved it to Morristown.
Maybe that's the one I went to. I went to one a few years ago, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like pouring rain. I can't remember what was around there, but it was a fun show. I had a great time.
So are you coming to Toy Con next month?
I want to, but I'm getting married in October. So I mentioned it. I'm like, hey, babe, Toy Con's coming up. And she goes, when? And I said, September 27th, 28th, something like that. She goes, we're getting married on the 11th. I'm like, yeah, I know. But, it's like, be fun. Be a little, do a honeymoon or something, a little trip before. She just gave me that look like,
I'm kind of spoiled because a lot of the shows are right around me.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like 30 minutes, an hour, 45 minutes, she would say, yeah, no problem, go.
ZoloCon is probably the furthest out for me. It's like almost 2 hours.
Okay, that's what I'm going to next. Is after Legion's Con is ZoloCon. I told her we're going, so she's like, okay. And I love ZoloCon. I've been to the last couple. Well, I think they're twice a year, aren't they? So I go to the one that the horsemen go to.
Yeah, he usually does two. They do one in February or beginning of March,
and
then another one in the fall, right around Legion's Con, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the one. I like the early year one because it's after Legion's Con. I can recover, and financially, and make the trek out there. And I've got a lot of friends out there and stuff, so it's fun to
I think I saw you walking around there in your flip flops.
Absolutely.
That's why they teach you about having your toes out.
It's a California thing, man. I can't help it. Now, what's funny is I saw Walter. That's how I saw him.
You go. I have a pair on now.
There it is. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Yeah, I saw Walter at MuskyCon, and I'm like, that guy's got to be from California.
He's always got flip flops on.
It's cold, but he's still got flip flops. So I'm like, that guy's got to be like me. He's got to be from Cali, and he was. I'm like, my man.
That's like the kickoff for like the whole con season for me. Is if I go to ZoloCon, that usually starts the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I love the cons. I think I always tell people, like, because I know I have friends that collect this line or collect other lines, and they're like, I've never been to a con. Like Joe Gonzalez, never been to a con. But I think there's cons in Las Vegas. You just got to go. It's a blast, man. Because you're around your people. You're around people that have the same interests that you do.
And there are people that I see 5-6 times a year, rather than like Legion's Con people that you just see once.
Right.
I'll see Jesse 4 or 5 times a year.
Right.
Or like Brett and
he just texted me. It just popped up on my computer that Brett texted me.
Ryan and Amber, like they were just at Toy Tubers Expo last month. So I saw all of them at Toy Tubers.
Yeah, I would be in that mix for sure.
I walked in, they're all sitting in the lobby.
Yeah. And I love that. Like, that was something that really attracted me to Legion's Con, was like just groups of people that know each other and that are cool with each other, and we all love this line, and we're all cool, and just hang out, and like Wallace, Dub, and Guasagoy, they meet up, like, or they'll go to G's house and have dinner and stuff, and just like, I love that it goes beyond just the toys. Like, we all become friends and get to know each other and hang out, and you know what I mean? We do meetups in parking lots and stuff. I just think that's, I don't know.
I've made a lot of friends through Legions and even Instagram. There are people that I met, at the first Legion's Con that I started following through Instagram. That's what made me start my own page.
Yeah, I was checking out. You have a lot of stuff on there, dude. I guess we should start showing some stuff. I've got your Instagram thing right here. So when did you start getting into, like, because you had mentioned Eric Miller's stuff, like, when did you think, you know what, I'm going to start making my own stuff? Like, when did that happen?
Probably about 2.5 years ago.
And was that with just Mythics, or did you start on?
No, I've been customizing figures for years, but
I love this Mr. T, man.
Mr. T was about a year in the making.
That's my favorite, man.
That coat was made by Action Figure Armory. His vest.
Yeah.
He put that together for me. Great work. He does beautiful work.
Yeah. He's makes some good stuff.
He's also the one that kind of leaned me into getting rid of the plastic one-piece chain around his neck and going with individual chains.
Yeah. I think it looks better.
Yeah. It fits that vest better.
Where'd you get that head sculpt from? That's freaking amazing.
That I got off of eBay.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the eyebrows, like the furrowed, that is so Mr. T, man. So were you nervous when you first started, like, messing with Mythics? Like, I don't want to mess this up, man. Or were you kind of already, like,
The Santa that you have there, that was my first full custom.
Mm-hmm.
That was to take it apart and paint the whole thing was a little scary at first.
Hell yeah, dude. I can imagine, man.
Those are my action figure customs heads that he doesn't make anymore. And I did 2 of them at once.
Versus Krampus.
Mm-hmm. Gotta throw Krampus in there. I think he had just come out.
Yeah.
What's funny about him is I had all the parts laid out that I wanted to use, starting with that head. And before I even started painting it, they announced Father Christmas.
Oh, really? You're like, great, guys. Great. That's great.
I'm like, all right, I'll make it anyway. I figured it would be a night Santa anyway, so.
Yeah. No, that's rad, dude. I love the head sculpt, too. That head sculpt's really, really good. Definitely. You got the turkey man here.
Yeah, he was a last minute thing. I'm working on another one of them.
Are you? I love the eyes, dude. Your eyes, I had mentioned this to you before, but the eyes that you do you're really good at that, man.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's reference, a lot of reference, especially with the turkey. Just Google turkey eyes or turkey face, and
did you really?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna Google a turkey.
I have a bigger tail. I'm gonna work on another one that Brian C made me. He printed it out for me. He actually designed it for me.
He's such a good guy.
Mm-hmm. I was trying for the longest time to get somebody to make me a tail for him.
Yeah, Brian C would be your guy on that. I just picked these up. This Joseph Connors. I asked him to do this because Noah had did the gold scroll himself on his, and I said,
I did those.
You did these yourself? Yeah, those look amazing. Because I'm like, hey, I don't want to mess it up, but can you do it on mine too, Joseph? Like, I'll pay you extra. And he's like, sure.
It's a gold calligraphy marker, like a pink marker.
Yeah, it looks so good. It just gives something extra, I think.
They're a little scary to do too, because I didn't want to mess them up.
Yeah, because I mean, how would you fix that?
You can't. You get one shot.
You got one shot, and see that whole one shot thing. I'm not Eminem. I can't do it, man. Just that one shot, I would screw up. You know.
Speaking of Brian C, that was him with because he's the one that inspired me to do those because I saw his on his Instagram. That's from SoloCon.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice. In fact, I had him on the show, and then I had Cornboy on, and Cornboy is like, oh yeah, I bought this crab from this guy, this robot crab, and that was like the best thing that I bought. And I'm like, dude, Brian, you got it. I've got to play this for you. And I played it for him, and he was just so touched that was like Cornboy's favorite thing that he picked up.
He's another one of those guys that I bought stuff off of him from eBay, and they didn't realize that he was into Mythics. Brian C.
Yeah, Brian C's a good dude, man. This really caught my eye when you sent me this picture. I was like, whoa, like that totally gives me the vibe of that Fire Night from. So was this before or after?
That was right after they showed it. I'm like, I think I can make one of those.
And you dyed it, right?
Yeah, you dye it.
I didn't know that Hagnon came with that night helmet.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Is that what kind of process is that to
it's dye? Rich synthetic dye.
Is that a difficult process to?
No, it's super easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the nights that are on fire.
You can only leave them in there so long because the dye the yellow will get darker. It'll be a deeper, almost an orange.
So it's a timing thing. You got to make sure that the time.
Because his feet and his boots are done in a different color.
Okay.
They were dyed in an orange. And the one came out darker than the other.
Yeah. I think they're both great, man.
Thank you.
And I love the, where did you get the flame effects? Those are cool that are on the skeletons.
Made them.
Did you? Like you printed them or what?
They were done with a hot glue gun.
What? That sounds like some black magic, man.
Even the ones on his head.
I love these two like yelling at each other, screaming at each other. I love that. That's one of my favorite pictures of the stuff that you sent me.
And then they're painted with Tamiya paints.
Okay. That's hot glue.
Hot glue, yep.
And so how do you paint the hot glue? You just paint it like with a brush?
Yep.
An airbrush or a paintbrush?
Regular paintbrush. They're transparent paints. You brush them on.
I had no idea. Didn't know that even existed. So you would hot glue like his sword.
I wrapped his sword with wax paper first.
Okay.
So it wouldn't stick to the sword. Those are removable.
That was going to be my next question.
This way you could take the flame effects off. The shields too.
Damn. So the wax paper is underneath the glue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can remove the man, that looks so good. I don't know if anyone else, and maybe I'm giving you too much credit, or maybe I'm not, but that like I've never seen anyone do this before. You're goddamn visionary, Paul.
I was just trying to match what they were showing with the dragon.
Yeah, I totally like that. Like I totally got that from that. As soon as I saw the Hagnon, I'm like, whoa, like that, because I don't know what it was, but that burning night was my favorite thing of like all the reveals.
Mm-hmm.
Was that burning night. So I ate this up. I'm like, yes, this is all day long. This is awesome. I love it. Very cool, man. Very cool. Love that. So you've got your own dragon here. What's this guy?
That was just a simple Hasbro Dungeons and Dragons dragon that I picked up.
Very cool, man. Very cool. You got your skellies here. Still on fire, still burning. Is that the dragon at the bottom there?
Yeah, it was kind of his head.
Yeah. I love outside shots.
That's just favorite. Outside my house. There's a rock that sticks up out of the ground.
Yeah.
With some moss on it.
Yeah, it gives it some European definitely flavor. So is this the McFarlane, or is that a different?
No, it's a McFarlane.
Is it? And that's the McFarlane head, or is that a special?
No, it's just the stock McFarlane figure.
Great shot, man.
Thanks.
That's my Superman right there. I mean, I love all the Supermans, but Christopher Reeve was just my guy.
So you like the new Superman, I'm guessing. Did you like the new Superman movie?
Yeah. Yeah, they would have to do something really radical, like hire Nick Cage and give him long hair and give him a lit up suit and have him fight a giant spider for me to not like it.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that story, the Kevin Smith story about the spider. Yeah.
Yes.
That's insane. The Wild Wild West.
Yes. Insane.
That's the end of it.
Insane. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, and that's not to go off on a tangent, but I like when the movie studios respect the fans and kind of adhere a little bit to what we love. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just respect. When they start doing weird stuff and changing things, that's when it's like, we don't care what you like. We're just going to do our own. There's nothing wrong with artistic vision. See, I'm already going off on a tangent. There's nothing wrong with artistic vision, but, you still have to have something that ties, that in with, the people still have to love that character. It can't be something that's, way off left field. Looks like the meetup. Well, this was for Chubsy's birthday, or was it something else?
That was
because we got
the director from Hasbro was there.
Mr. Stevie,
and it was also Jim's birthday.
Oh, it's Jim's birthday. I knew it was somebody's birthday, and
they had cake for Jim's birthday that day.
Yeah, I thought Brendan went out there, but I don't see him. My buddy Brendan.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Brendan was there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, man, I really want to go to this. I really
Dylan was
want to
there that
drive
day
out.
too.
Huh?
Dylan was there.
Yeah.
Amber and Ryan were there.
That's awesome. Got the Stormtrooper.
He signed my Stormtrooper.
That's rad. Yeah, I was in when I was working in the Boston area. I was just driving around, and I was in like Jeremy's hometown or home state of Rhode Island, and I'm like, whoa, there's Hasbro. Like, I had no idea that Hasbro was there. It just blew my mind. I'm like,
I just read they're going to move there. They're going to move to Boston, I think.
Yeah, I just read that. But this guy seems like a really cool dude. I follow him on his media.
That's another one of those things that, you know, since it's local, get to go and do.
Absolutely. I would too, man. Absolutely. You get so much, man. You know, like just go out and participate and be part of, you know, it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's Brendan right there in the background. Yeah, I was excited to go to Chubsy's. I had heard about it. And I'm like, I want to check it out. And I think it was after ToyCon at the PAL, and Dylan's like, well, I'll meet you there. And so I got there, and Dylan was already there, but he was like behind the counter. I'm like,
oh yeah,
doing, dude.
Mm-hmm. He hangs out back there.
Yeah, he was like fixing their toys and stuff. I'm like, dude, you're cooler than I thought you were, man. Now this Robin you painted, right? Is this the one that you painted?
Yeah, that's a 3D printed head.
That's awesome. So where do you get your? I was going to ask you that. Where do you get your printed heads from?
A bunch of different people.
A bunch of different.
Yeah.
You have like some favorites that you would shout out to them?
Corey Schatzenhofer is one of the ones that prints stuff for me.
Mm-hmm. Can you request something like, yo, I need like a Damien. Like I need a.
If he has the file for it.
Yeah.
That was another one of those heads that I had seen on Instagram and kind of tracked down.
It's a cool picture. They've been making some really good Batmans too.
Yeah, that's a good Batman.
I'm just shocked that they don't have the rights anymore. After what, next year?
Yeah, I think it's halfway through. Is it 25 or 26?
Crazy.
I think he's halfway through 26. They lose the license to Mattel.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know what they're going to do. I'm wondering what kind of scale they're going to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they got some new tricks. Hopefully they got some.
And I'm kind of hoping that they get the right to continue Superpowers unless Todd McFarlane keeps it going.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been mentioning Superpowers, and what's going to be the future of that. And I'm curious myself what they're going to do, if it's going to keep going, if it's not, will it pass over? I don't know how popular Superpowers is. It seems like it's been pretty popular.
Yeah, it was pretty popular. They put the stuff up and it would sell out online.
Yeah. I know I tried to get a Cyborg, and that thing was gone in like seconds. You know the new Cyborg one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Of the classic.
I've seen people take a chrome pen and try to chrome them like the original one, too.
Yeah, my buddy Mark did that. It looked good. I like this head sculpt here. This Santa head sculpt is really good, too.
That's just a Fresh Monkey Fiction Santa.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. The chair was 3D printed.
It's amazing what people can do with the 3D, like the files and the 3D printing and the creating like that. Is that something that interests you, Paul? Have you messed with that?
From the stories that I hear, no. Doesn't
really?
No. To own a printer, there's too many headaches involved.
I know it does seem like a lot of work, man.
I'd rather learn to sculpt, actually.
Yeah, that is more interesting than the actual like technical part of it. Like I would rather, you know how like Noah Pratt will do like he will do like gnome, or like dwarf heads, but I don't think he prints them. I think he's got someone else that prints them.
I think he has someone else print for him.
Yeah. But that's cool. Like, make your own stuff and then, have someone else that's already got the printing thing down.
Well, I have stuff that's supposed to be coming from Corey that got lost in the mail. I was going to do,
Oh, no.
I started painting my own stuff, and I was going to do a sale on the Cabal of painted heads. So now he's got to reprint them and resend them to me.
Oh, crap. Man, that sucks, dude. Yeah, that was going to be kind of the direction that I was going, was Legion's Con. Now, have you had tables and stuff at Legion's Cons before?
No, I enjoy going to Legion's Con just to go around and hang out and see everything.
I'm with you on that for sure.
I kind of feel bad for the people that are stuck at a table all day.
I love this. You and I had mentioned this to you yesterday about this swig with the different head. I love this. I love the expression of his lips and his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just perfect, dude.
That's one of Corey's heads.
Yeah, he did so good. Yeah, I love it. I love the swig body. I think that the figure is phenomenal. I don't know why people would complain. I think it's a great figure. The soft goods and all the stuff that he comes with, the belt, the pauldrons. I think it's a great figure. But I guess if you're not but even if you're not a Goblin fan, I mean, you can still you can still do things with it. I mean, everyone now sees, with a good head sculpt, you can make anything. That's a cool shot right there. Did you do that shot?
Yeah, I took that shot.
Yeah, that's phenomenal, dude. I love the green. Super cool. Is that the retail one or is that the original?
That's the retail one.
Yeah.
The spectral green.
Yeah, I have it and I still have not opened it. I need to open it, man.
Open it.
Yeah, I need to.
I got him last Halloween from Chubsy.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
It's just so atmospheric. Like it's just so damn cool. Like it needs like a Dio on its own, It's just so damn cool.
That's what's great about him being local. If there's something that comes out and I really want to go pick it up, I could just go over there after work and pick it up.
And you'll be like, bro, order me that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pay then or do you pay when it comes in?
I usually pay then.
Yeah.
Find out that he's got stuff in stock that I want and go over and pick it up.
That's a great feeling. In stock are the greatest words ever. Well, some of the greatest words ever.
Like the Silver Knight.
Yes.
I think he's supposed to get them this week.
Did you pre-order any?
I have a Silver Knight already, but I think I'm going to pick up another one.
Oh, yeah. It begs for multiples, I think. Especially if you're like a customizer. There's so much. It's just, I think it's a great canvas. I love that you have some eyes here that you...
That was a close-up challenge that somebody put up on Instagram to take something real close up to show.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I'm one of those that I'm up on the stuff that goes on. I just don't participate. But I love seeing other people's creativity and their talent. That's phenomenal, dude.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That was the same thing. Was an up close. Show your work with the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Candy corn teeth.
That's cool. Who made that? Who made that head sculpt?
I forget where I got that head sculpt from.
Eric Miller's like, this is awesome. What's the challenge? Yeah, he's such a positive dude. I'm a fan of that guy. Really
That's how I know I've done something right. If I see a comment that he's made or a like, that's how I know that I've done something that is
right. Worthy. You're on the right track. Absolutely. I'm getting alerts about the Otho.
Yeah, I figured that was news
like,
tonight.
when is it?
Mm-hmm.
No one's saying when yet, but it looks like it comes with 2 helmets, a faceplate, and the Otho head, and multiple weapons. So far is what I'm seeing. So they're saying, because I knew that, because Brett's like, I don't know, I'll just get one maybe, or I'll get one or two, but once they start, because these guys they're smart, they will make it so that there's multiple options, so that you're not just gonna get one. Who's gonna get just one? Oh, this is cool right here, dude. This one has the glow in the dark too, right? The glow in the dark paint.
Yeah, I like the glow in the dark effect.
Yeah, I
or
noticed
black
that.
light.
But I do too. Like, it's cool. I remember I the other night, a week ago, I have a Hagnon, and it's not my favorite figure, but it's cool. Like, I love the dye that like Dirk does or you've done. Like, I like the dye better. But I turned off the light and I just totally forgot that he glowed. I was like, oh shit, like this dude looks amazing. It just makes the figure even cooler, in my opinion.
That was from RetroCon, that head.
Okay.
That was a painting thing that they did at RetroCon with Wolf King.
I'm giving Mike the heart. Looks fantastic. Mike's a good dude too. Have you met Mike Junkian?
Oh yeah, he was at Toy Tubers too.
This is what I'm talking about right here. Now,
all of that, man.
Now you're talking my language here. I like the filter that popped up.
They get copyright strict.
Yeah. I better stop. They're gonna be like, sorry, man, your Paul Zack episode got canceled.
I have a few Batman figures from over the years.
I'm with you, man. But I'm kind of picky. Like, I'm like, oh, I want this one, or that one's not for me. I think they're all cool, but yeah, I probably have as many Batman figures as you, maybe. Looking at this picture, I'm like, why did I not get that bucket helmet with the painted cross? I should have got that. I should have got that helmet. What's my problem?
That was another one of those things they had just shown off the Armory Nights like the week before, and there they were at ToyCon.
Yes, I remember that. They had them also at IshCon, and I was just like, whoa, these are bad. I'm a huge Knight guy, so I was just like, yes, all of
me
this.
too. That's what pulled me into the line, is the Knights.
Yeah, all of this, and then I didn't get the green leather either. I was so I love the Valiant Knight so much that I just literally rebuilt the Valiant Knight in every color that I could.
I'm kicking myself for not getting the green leather last year.
Yeah,
for a Leprechaun custom, since I have the head from the Euro Legions guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, how do you feel about the Armory this year? What's your thoughts on that?
It's not as cool as the Knights, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that too, but I mean, not in a negative way. I was just like, some of it is not for me.
Some great parts in there.
That's what I saw it as.
Those pirate boots.
Yes. Yeah, I was like, Silver Knight, meet pirate boots. I'm gonna just take off the whole leg pieces and add it to my Silver Knight. And just to give the Knights more, more personality, more options.
Well, how about painting? Do you paint at all?
I paint a little bit. I jumped in a little bit too hardcore. Me and Terrence, we both wanted uncan, but I didn't want to pay like the $300 or $400 for one. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's make our own. And so I tried, and it was just awful. It came out really bad. So I might try again, and just be patient with it. Like, I was kind of impatient. Like, I wanted results right away, and I just didn't do it the right way. Nova wants some attention. Yes, Nova. Yes, baby. I love you too. I love you. Okay, okay. I'm doing the show. I'm doing a show right now. I ain't got time. You can sit here just like this, okay? Paul Nova. Nova Paul. That's
Hi,
Paul.
Nova. Very cute.
She's my baby.
I see that.
Yeah. I paint a little bit. But I appreciate other people's, like I love to, use whatever platform I have to try and show other people's works and bring attention and that's why I really love Brian Lynn. His CarverCon
Mm-hmm.
is all about like customizers and all that, like everyone coming together and like just enjoying each other's artistic, like your creations. And that's what was cool about the Swig thing too. Even if you're not a Swig fan, it's still awesome to make something that's yours, that's unique to you, and then bring it, and just kind of, here, this is mine. It's like you're contributing to something cool.
Yeah. There was such a variety of Swigs there last year too.
Yes. I
And to
hope.
see it grow.
Yes.
From like the first 5 or 6 or 20 on the table, and then they just kept adding tables and adding tables and adding tables.
I know I was worried. Like I said last night, I'm like, I don't know if people are gonna, like I saw in the Cabal that people were making them, but doesn't mean that they're gonna be there. That doesn't mean that people are gonna actually bring them or whatever. And they turned out. So that was awesome. I hope that this year we'll have the same turnout.
That's one of those events that made it fun last year.
Yes.
The painting session with Jesse and Curtis last year was another fun thing Friday night. All of that stuff, all adds to it.
I hope they do that again.
They're supposed to.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the creative part of, the Mythic Legions. And I don't know, did they anticipate that? Did the Horsemen like realize that it was going to be that kind of?
I don't think they did.
I don't think so either.
But the smart thing was to encourage the people to do it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He I don't know if it was Eric or Cornboy had mentioned that. Like, should we stop this? Should we be like, whoa, don't mess with our, but they're like, no, let's let it run. And so now it's an industry unto itself.
Mm-hmm.
But it embraces and celebrates the figures. And I think now, if you look at this armory now, like, dude, there's so many parts.
You have a lot of parts now compared to even when I first started collecting and customizing stuff. Like that Santa, there were no cloth parts out back then.
And now you've got so many options. Now you can buy soft goods from, Max Bird or Joseph Connors or, these people. Darla makes these amazing, you've got so many options and the 3D printing community, the stuff that they make. It's like, Brian C with his crabs, I always say, is a great example of like,
I always tease him now. You're like the crab guy.
You're the crab guy. Yeah, you're the crustacean man. But it's just so out there. It's just rad to see like so many insane, because there's always something there. Like, there might be 10 things that you're like, nah, that's not for me. But there's another 20 that are going to be for you. So it's just cool to have that, But I'm one of those. I'm happy with the way the figures are, Like I love what Eric creates. I think it's beautiful. Like,
and that's the genius of how they get you.
Yes.
This way, if you're a customizer, a lot of these guys they'll keep one just the way it comes, and then you're going to buy a second one to customize it.
Multiples. Yep. And I do that. Like, even though I don't customize, or like with the armory, I'm like, oh, more parts. But what I like to do is, like, I have 2 Sir Gideons. I have 2 Enochs. Well, actually I have 1 now, but I have 2 Elijahs, because I like to have like one on the horse and one, on the shelf separate. So it's like I need extra. Or they give you, like with this Otho now, there's like 3 different heads and faceplates that you can like mix it up. And so you want to buy extras because it could be something else,
It's almost like they planned it that way, right?
I think so. But that's just smart. but it's good stuff. It's not trash. It's amazing things, and that's what keeps us, as fans, keeps us coming back, keeps us going to Legion's Con.
I can't wait.
Can't wait. So what's your plans, man? What do you have, like a strategy for or what do you do? Walk me through, what's your plan?
Plan is to go to G-Con on Friday. I didn't get picked for intern again. So I'll be at G-Con.
Keep trying, man.
Yep.
Keep trying. So G-Con, yeah, I will be there. I will be there for G-Con. I'll be in the back waiting to see my girlfriend always makes fun of me because, like, she's in a room full of guys that are like, oh, when they present the new, whoa.
Like when they roll the dragon out?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly that. And she's just laughing at me like, you're a fool.
It's fun to look around the room and see all the faces there and the reactions.
Yeah, this toy line, among few others, I'm gonna say primarily this one, makes me feel like a kid again. But I mean, getting like a Lion-O, or getting the back metal Silverhawks or whatever, getting a really good Darth Vader figure, I'm a kid again.
Yep. Definitely.
But yeah,
that's another line I collected with Silverhawks.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. I'm looking at a couple of them right now. So yeah, Legion's Con, so G-Con, and then do you have like, what's your first in line? What's your strategy Saturday morning? Where are you gonna be at?
Probably the Armory Night experience, or the Barbarian, or whatever it's called, Gladiator.
Yeah.
Armory this year.
So that'll
probably be my first stop. I was so worried about it was going to be a disaster last year.
Yes. Yeah, I was really worried, and I think a lot of people were. I was lucky enough to get picked for intern last year, and my stepson, who lives in California, he's a fan, and so he's like, Greg, I need this night, I need this one, I need a green, I need this, and I'm like, okay. So we use the Kirby, but I'm thinking, is this going to be so busy that I'm not going to be able to get in there?
Right.
So like Jeremy's like, yes, intern, you get to pick 5. And he said for Legion's Con, you can only pick 2. So I'm like, okay, so that's my stepson wants 4 or 5. I want at least 3, so like you're doing the math because you don't know if like you're going to be able to get more.
Right.
If you're going to be able to. So when they said limits are lifted, I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
You went to intern last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see all these people with the trays and they're just like building. And that was fun too. Like just building stuff, That reminds me of like Lego. We had, we didn't have a specific set. It was just a box of Legos and it had like different parts. And what was fun was just building something. And that's what reminded me of the Armory. It's just building something and that kind of excitement of creating something new.
It reminded me of Build-A-Droid in Disney.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good example too.
Where you pick the parts, pick a hat.
Yeah. And that's what's fun about this Armory, I think, is everyone's different. I mean, mine were all the same, basically. Valiant Night, a night again and again and again, but that's what made me happy. But everyone's build is different, everyone likes.
So how many in total did you build? Was it 7 or 8?
I think I went home with, for myself, I think my stepson, he got 6 or 7, and I probably built 7 also, but then I forgot his green leather, and I'm like, here, I go, you can have mine. But I didn't, and I don't think I registered in my mind that I would never get that again. So he's got it, and I was just like, damn, man.
They're probably valuable by now.
And that's the thing. It's like, and people that went to it last year realize now the exclusive stuff.
That's the stuff that they're going to go for first.
The stuff that's going to go. Yeah, and so people, once they turn the limits off, it's on. People are gonna just like go crazy.
I think you're gonna see more people this year go for just the parts because they learned from last year just the parts that are available there.
The exclusive stuff. But I mean, even the stuff that's not exclusive is still good stuff. I love those boots with the armor, boots with the fabric. You know,
I
I
keep
love
hearing
that.
people say that they're gonna wait, and the ones that are pre-built will just order after.
Yeah, strategy,
Mm-hmm.
strategy. But it's all fun. It's all fun stuff, man. And it's just a kind of a portend of things to come. You know, like we were looking at. What were we looking at? Me and Brett were looking at the new Goblin 2-pack.
Right.
And like the stuff on there, we've seen it now. You know, like some of that stuff, it's like we've already gotten it. Back then it was like, whoa, like this is new and that is new and this is new. But now it's like, yeah, we've seen all that stuff.
You forget about the stuff that was shown a year or 2
Right.
years ago.
Not that it's bad seeing it again, but like, you know, you think it's new then, but then between when you actually get that figure and now it's like you're getting, so like the Jersey Devil, we're getting the legs from the Wendaji. You know, we didn't think we would get, we didn't think we would have those parts until, you know, the Reign of Beasts is released. But no, we're getting parts from that now. So that's pretty cool. Strategy. There's people smarter than us or me that have it all figured out.
That's my concern, is going in the parts that I do want, that I won't be able to get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because exclusive stuff, like people are not going to give that up. I don't care how well you're liked. And I'm not saying you. I'm just saying how well you're liked. It's like people are not going to give up their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People might, like I saw in the community, like, hey, you know, you want to trade this for that. And sometimes you'd see that. But I don't know if I've ever seen again, like someone saying, hey, I've got a green leather, whatever, you know, green armor. I don't think I've seen that in the community.
And if they do a pop and swap that Saturday night, it's going to be part of that too.
Yeah.
It's people trading parts.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. It'll be fun, man. I can't wait, dude. It's my favorite time of the year. Sorry to the Christmas people. But, this is my Christmas.
That's the pregame before Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Because then you roll right into Thanksgiving and then Christmas.
Yeah. And then I'm already thinking about ZoloCon.
Oh God.
They get me excited for that, man. It's those exclusive figures and stuff that just,
the Barbarian, that was a big thing.
Oh, yeah, that was so amazing.
I walked in and I think it was Mike from Junkion that I ran into first. He goes, they just put the Barbarian out on the table.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What do you mean? What does it look like? It's a Barbarian. Okay.
A total surprise, dude.
Did they sell out of them already? Because that was upstairs and I hadn't gotten downstairs yet.
You're like going down I'll be there. I'm on my way. Grab me one. Yeah, I had people from all over. Like, dude, can you get me one? Dude, I'm like, I'll get as many as I can, but I didn't want the studio to think, hey, this guy's gonna flip them. You know, I don't want them to think that, because that wasn't the case. Just trying to get some for the bros. You know, such a cool figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyhow, we've talked over an hour. We're gonna have to do this again, dude, because I've got a ton of slides still that I want to show. But
I'm up for it anytime. I've been
trying
to link up with you probably since December.
Have you? I'm sorry, man.
No, hey.
Yeah, I just saw it and it was like, how do I get, or is that how I get on New to Mythics? And I was like, whoa, bro, I didn't know, man. Here I am. Let's do this. But yeah, we'll have to do this again, because I love talking to people that do customs and have that artistic ability. Because I love to see things through you guys' eyes, and like how you know, like how you picture things or how you see new figures is different from how I see the figures. You know, I don't usually, other than this new last armory, I don't really see the figures as parts, unless somebody tells me like, oh, those are the Marley boots, or oh, that's the, you know, that is Bastet's arms and legs. I'm like, oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. But I think that's interesting that people see the parts sometimes before they see the figure, they see, oh, that's such and such head. Oh, that's, you know,
or what they can turn the parts into, like a meal.
Or what
he has an uncanny thing for that, where he can just pick things apart and go, oh, I could use that for this.
Yeah. And that's interesting too, just to be able to, like, you know, because it's almost like it's new tools in your tool belt. Like you have new things to build. And same thing with Eric. Like I'm sure Eric Treadaway is like, you know, I wanted to get these boots made and I wanted to get this in production so I can use this more.
Mm-hmm.
Or I wanted to get that Frankenstein creature's body made so I can use it for, you know, the Jersey Devil or whatever other cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like I love that the tools and the canvas gets bigger and the tools get better, and the things that he can use and make even more amazing things with just extends every year. And that's what's cool about the G-Con, is that, you know, there's new stuff that's like, you know, oh man, you know, this, we finally have a mermaid body, or we finally have, you know, this or that we've been wanting. And that's cool too.
And to see where those new parts are going to pop up next, how they're going to reuse them in another way.
Exactly. That's interesting too. And I think that's creative on Eric and the team's part too, is like, how are we going to, like, what can we use to build this or that, or follow, you know, let's do a wave that's, you know, in the ocean or pirates or whatever. Okay, we've got Marley's jacket, we've got the cloth legs, and we've got, you know, like, what else can we use, you know, for whatever.
I hope they reuse that jacket. I'd like to see it somewhere else
too. Yeah, and also Frankenstein's creature's jacket too was pretty damn rad also. So and I don't know if like, and I've talked to him about it, but I don't know if he makes stuff and thinks about other things in mind for this. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna make this jacket for this character, but I'm also, you know, I'm also gonna use this for something down the road.
I think they have to at this point. Plus, with all the reuse and all the other lines that they used to do, like the DC Universe stuff and the Mattel, all their Mattel stuff, the Masters of the Universe stuff, all that there was so much reuse in all of those lines that they have. It's almost like part of their DNA, I think, at this point, that you have to think about what it's going to be used for again.
Yeah, just so they can get their money's worth on the tooling and stuff. You know, stuff ain't cheap, right?
No.
Anyhow, I appreciate you, man, and I'll definitely have you back. Like I said, I got a ton of slides still that I want to showcase your work.
Anytime. You know where to find me.
We saw a little bit of your stuff, but there's a lot more to see and a lot more to talk about, especially with Legion's Con coming up, more releases maybe. So we'll have you on to talk about it, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for your time. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you. Anytime.
Catch you next time. Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.